Hey lovelies, so I am taking a ride. I'm at Esher right now, taking a ride to Negril. So I will bring you guys along as I drive to Negril. So let's see what we see on the road. Don't know what I'm gonna find, so let's see.
Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Share with your family and friends, especially people from Jamaica or people from Hanover. Maybe this will bring back memories to them that of their childhood. Okay? Thank you, lovelies. Melissa has come and gone, and I'm so happy to see all the greenery that has come back and the vegetation. I'm so happy that God has granted us grace even when we don't deserve it, even when we don't live up to what He expects of us. And I'm just thanking Him for being so graceful to us and blessing us even when we are such big sinners at times. Thank you, God, for doing this for Jamaica. Thank you for always continuing to lift us up even when we don't deserve it. And thank you for making me from being born from this soil and being able to have the Jamaica in me wherever I go or whoever I come in contact with. The resilience, the strength, the dignity, the not giving up attitude, being able to get up every time we fall down. Thank you, God, for this. So this ride to Negril is one that I wanted to take to see the recovery. After Melissa, I actually have something to do, so that is the reason for the original ride. But also, I wanted to be able to capture just to see how Melissa, post Melissa, how the vegetation has returned or not returned, or what have changed and so forth. So that's what this ride is about. Indicative just the same way as the one that I did previously to Blenheim. So here we go, and let's see what we're going to find. As I am on this journey, the more I'm driving, the more it started to occur to me that how I end up having to drive to this place, to Negril, because there's the business that I need to transact is not available in the capital of Lucea, which is a bank. So it's no longer available in Lucea, so we have to drive to either Montego Bay or to Negril in order to get anything done. Go figure. Let it make sense. Not understanding why a capital does not have a certain infrastructure, and it's allowed to happen, so much so that we relinquish their financial burden from a building, and we the people, because when I say we the people, the government should operate for the people. We are the taxpayers, but that's for another day and another time. So the more I'm driving, the more I'm starting to feel irked by the situation, that every time I have to do this ride, there's something that is triggered in me, in that it's a waste of time, waste of energy, and a waste of resources that one has to incur because of someone else or an institution or government or business that is not for the people, especially the government that is not in favor of making sure that these businesses make sure that we don't offset their financial burden. Is the most income driven based on not only the hotel industry, but also from farming and so forth, from the exports that we have. of natural resources. And the parish does not have a proper hospital. The roads are atrocious. We don't have water that runs to everywhere that needs to have water. Water that was once running freely now is being diverted towards the hotels, but no longer to the people that inhabit the parish. So that is an elephant in the room that needs to be addressed. There's no reason why we're having so much money coming into the country and we are given this so much money, but we're not getting to use the money that we produce. That is unfair and that needs to be addressed. I know this is controversial, but that's the parish that I'm from, so that's the parish that I'm going to look out for. To whom much is given, much is expected, and we have to fight for our own, to get our own, to take care of our own people. Because if you don't know how to dance a yard, you won't know how to dance abroad. So we have to clean up our backyard. We can't tell somebody else how to clean up their yard when our yard is dirty. So we need to get Hanover cleaned up, and Hanover what we need in order to progress, just like every other parishes, just like Kingston, just like St. Andrew. Those parishes are progressing, but they don't produce the resources that we do.
So this we're passing through Green Island. Driving to Negril still. I stopped. I had to run an errand, so I stopped real quick and went back on the road. And this is welcome to Negril. See the sign right there? So what I want to let people know, a lot of people don't know this. They think that the hotels are in Hanover. The hotels are sorry, not in Hanover, in Westmoreland. So I'm just gonna make sure that I show you guys today where it starts, where it stops, where the hotel stops. So we're going in. This is the townhomes when you're coming into Negril. If you know, you know. That's the that's it right there. Then we're getting into Rio. Rio is up ahead right here. So this is Rio. So this is Rio right here. So this is still Hanover, guys. So just to let you guys know. So Hanover has the most hotel room out of every other parish, but Hanover gets the least of the resources allocated to. So the money that's earned in Hanover, none of it is being spent in Hanover. It's going to other parishes that does not have any resources, does not produce resources, and that is the unfortunate situation. guys. Still Hanover. Okay. This right here on the left-hand side is where the airstrip is. This is where the airstrip is. So, and this is still Hanover. Still Hanover. Right? And this is another hotel. I forgot what the name of this one is. I'll tell you in a second. I think this is Royalton. These people are very unscrupulous, but anyway, that's another subject for another day. So this is Royalton, and then right next to Royalton is Hedonism 2, which is the original Hedonism. So that's right here. All right, we're still in Hanover, guys. So I'm just making sure that you guys realize how, if Hanover, a lot of people don't realize the importance of the parish of Hanover, then this is Sandals Negril. So this is Sandals Negril right there. Still in Hanover, guys. So I will let you know when we're crossing over into Westmoreland. Hotels we've passed already. It's not in Westmoreland. Now we're coming up to Azul. So this is Azul here, and this is still Hanover. That's Azul. That is still Hanover. Cool Runnings Water Park, also in Hanover. So yeah, still in Hanover. Still in the parish of Hanover. Not in Westmoreland. This Jam Fest, it's that's another controversial place as far as how this place was acquired to do this project. See, that man's trying to get onto the beach, and he has to go through a side road in order to get onto the beach, right? Yeah. Okay, so now we are just about to come into Westmoreland. So this is where Westmoreland is starting from. So you see all them beach, all those hotels, Sandals, Azul, Rio, we're all in, and it says welcome to Negril just now. Okay? Just wanted to point that out to you guys. beaches.
So the way this video started is not the way it seems like it's going to be ending, as we have an elephant that has been sitting in the room for Hanover for years, and many of us have had sidebar conversations with it. Many of us have lobbied in the background, but to no avail, and I think everyone is just taking Hanover as the joker parish and not willing to give us our fair share of what we produce. We're not asking for a handout, we're asking for a handout. We're asking for the things that we take, that every innate human being needs, such as healthcare, education, proper resources such as proper water, proper infrastructure. That is what we deserve. We're producing, we're bringing in the income, so therefore we should have the proper resources. And we also need to educate our youths to have more jobs that are created, permanent jobs, not contract jobs that people don't have a future in and can be discarded as basically as trash at any time. We need to address this. We need to get this done. And too long we have waited. We have been patient. We have been so-called respectful. We have been silent. We have had sidebar conversation, but not be able to make a difference. And I think it's time for us to start hold each other accountable, and we can no longer be quiet about this situation. We have to start getting stuff done. We have to start making changes. It's no longer acceptable. We need our resources to be spent where they're produced. Full disclaimer, this is not about a political party, because under both political parties, Hanover has been the left behind parish. So this is not one party or the other. Both parties have come in and have done the same thing, just a different day, just a different color. And we as Hanoverians, we're tired of this.
Nice little quaint hotel right there.
I've always given people this analogy about Jamaica, but now this is not just Jamaica. I'm taking this analogy and pinpointing it down to my parish, Hanover. It's like a woman being raped, and she has no recourse because of the job that she does as a prostitute. And she tries to go to court to get a reprieve, but she can't get a reprieve because it's her job. So it means that she does not have that deniability. It's the same thing with Hanover. That's what's being done to us. We try to go and get reprieve by begging for these resources, but nothing is being done, and we have no way how to close our legs and for you to stop using our resources and using it for everything outside of our parish. You use our resources, we generate all this capital based on us having the most hotel room, but we don't get the resources spent back in there to build our infrastructure. And that is my analogy. And I hope that one day this will stop, and one day soon. It's time now. The time has come. We have to do better. We know better. So when we know better, please let us do better. Looking at on screen is driving into Negril. So this is a stretch of what we call beach road. So that's going into Negril town. So this is where all the hotels, the restaurant, majority of the restaurants are, and so forth. So that's what you're seeing here. Westmoreland produces a lot of resources as well, and unfortunately the resources that they produce is not being spent in their parish as well. They are in need of proper hospitals, proper road, proper infrastructure. The parishes that are producing the resources need to have money spent on them. We need to make sure that they are adequately equipped and they are on the trajectory to get to a place and a level that is right. We cannot take the resources from these parishes that are producing these income and pushing it to parishes that don't produce, and they're being elevated. That is not fair. When I was a kid, I saw this happening and I said, okay, by the time I get it will be a new generation, things like this will stop. But it's just every time it just changes, and each person that comes in evolve and continue to do the same thing. We have potholes that are in Lucea that don't matter which section you drive in, we cannot circumvent the potholes. If you go to Newtown and try to drive up there to bypass Lucea, you have some craters that you literally want to get out of your car and lift the vehicle and put it on top of your head to get over the craters. And these are roads that everybody's driving on, and it's just go up Cemetery Road, it's just like that. If you're from Lucea, you know it. If you're going to Negril, you have these big potholes that are you're dodging going to Negril on the main road. Come on, guys.
And that's the Crawford Market.
This is now a home hospital, and healthcare is one that is dear to my heart because that's the field that I'm in. And to see how this hospital has been, these videos were taken Hurricane Melissa. However, as you could see, I'm going to be showing you the maternity ward. Not that it was any better. The whole hospital was not any better prior to Melissa. We have had both parties have come in. I remember that on one occasion I had lobbied and reached out to see if we could get the hospital privatized, and I was told that there was a hotel that was going to be coming in that was going to be investing in bringing this hospital to a first world hospital. That has not been done, and the hotel has been within the Lucea vicinity for years now. Nothing has changed. Um, there are resources. We make the most money as far as hotel room for the economy, but everything is being spent in other parishes that don't produce the amount of income capital that we generate. And for too long, we have been silent about being the forgotten parish and the forgotten hospital, and this needs to change. Only 1.8% of the money that came in for Melissa has been spent based on the Auditor General. And where's this money going to? People like myself and others gave money to be spent to do the repairs, and they're not being spent. We need the money to be spent. We need the infrastructure to be upgraded. We need people that are living, don't have shelter, to be given money to be provided shelter. That's the basic, a shelter, food. Those are the basic necessity that every human being needs. Food, healthcare, and shelter. Those are three basic necessities that everyone should have. And so we're hoping that this will be done. The money's there, please spend it. And don't hold on to it or distribute it any other way. All Hanoverian, whether directly or indirectly, have to use this hospital,
Over
whether
there, coming into the
yourself or a
square,
family member.
Negril Square. So this is the square. If you know, you know.
Imagine, guys, this is Negril. Hanover, Lucea is the capital of Hanover, but we do not have a Scotia Bank. The Scotia Bank was closed down and they moved to Negril. So everything that you need to do, if you have to go to a Scotia Bank, you have to come to Negril. is Green Island, and then we are going to, after Green Island, we're going to be just before Green Island. You'll be seeing where the turnoff is for Salt Spring. This is on my ride back. When you're coming through Green Island, you have just the potholes. You have to dodge them, and they can be easily fixed. We should not have to have all of this happen. Um, it it doesn't make sense. So we are approaching, this is a stoplight that leads to where the Princess Hotel is. Imagine this is a hotel. This is a stoplight that I don't think that there's a stoplight that is really valid right here. But Lucy's a whole capital does not even have one stoplight, does not have the proper infrastructure that's needed to direct traffic. The traffic jam there is horrendous coming in through Lucy, if you're coming in through Lucy. The water on the side of the road coming in from the sea, that is another problem. The flooding coming in from Johnsontown where you have so much debris, it's not proper, and all of this. Why is it that resources that are from or gained from the parish is not used to develop the parish? It's used to develop other parishes.
So this, I just passed Princess, the Princess entrance for the hotel. So I'm heading up now, continuing. Going towards Cove and Lances Bay.
Can we fix the potholes that the amount of potholes that I pass going and coming to Negril? They used to be easily fixed, but now it's a centralized system that they have, and by the time it goes through the red tapes, the little holes are no longer little. So it's gonna, something that will cost, say, example, 20,000 to fix, now it's going to cost 100,000 to fix. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to allow something to get bigger in order to spend more money when something can be fixed when it's small? Let common sense reign, please, people. Let common sense reign. My grandmother always say common sense is not a common thing, and the older I get, the more I understand what she meant by that. Common sense is not a common thing.
Entrance to go to the fish place where we get fish. sorry, I said Atlantis Speed. That's not the entrance.
When I decided to have a drive and take you guys along for the ride to Negril, it was just to take you guys for a ride to Negril. But the more I started driving to Negril and the reason why I went to Negril, it conjured up some feelings inside of me that have always been there and always been bothering me. And I have been vocal about it, but not on a platform like this. I've been vocal to different people that needs to make changes, and nothing has not been done. So I think I've given fair chance to have this addressed, and with nothing being addressed, so now I don't think that I need to give the respect to say, okay, can you address this that has been festering? For like one thing, the road that comes in front of our home, the gutters have not been cleaned for how long, and so it's having the water that's coming over on the road, and nothing has been done about it. And I'm still waiting for it to be cleaned, for it to be chopped, and nothing still has not been done about it. I've reached out to the proper channels of the people that are responsible for it, and nothing has not been done. But we are getting money for these things, and they are not being done, and that has to stop. We are all here. It's not for us to line pockets, but to get the work done. Make sure that whenever you get into a position, you are doing what is right and doing what is right for the people. It's too long. It's too much. It has to stop. Enough is enough. Jamaica is the land that gave me everything and the reason why I'm alive. The structure, the resilience, the attitude that I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me, the tenacity, the personality, everything. And not to mention Hanover, to be specific. In that said, this is not that I don't love my country or my parish, is that I want better for my parish and my country, especially my parish right now that has been the forgotten parish, but we have produced the most capital. To whom much is given, much is expected, and too many times we have seen the same playbook. I have seen it actually all my life so far, and I thought it was going to change when I got to be an adult, but it's still the same. It's just different people coming in, and they're doing the same thing. No one is willing to stand up and do the right thing. Please, we're begging you. Can we get a proper hospital? Can we get water to be running to where it needs to be? Please, I'm asking and I'm begging for this, and I'm asking for some of the Melissa money, only 1.8% that has been spent, to be spent for what it was intended, to build back, give people shelter. Not only shelter, but give them also a place that if they're ill, they're able to go, and to go there and be dignified. This hospital, Noel Holmes Hospital, should have been further along, and we will not leave that site to move Noel Holmes to another location in order for some big hotel or whatever to have that location. Either we're going to rebuild and get it better there, or that place will need to be turned into a park where all Hanoverian can use. Thank you, lovelies.